It's always good running into old friends.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 4 Force, Season 1, Episode 2. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, this was an action-packed episode in my opinion. Once again, we got more family secrets. We know that JP is the father of D-Mac, and it's definitely something there. We're going to talk about that in this recap. Your boy Tommy Egan, he has ran into Liliana from the original Power, and we know it's about to go down in these future episodes. She is connected with the Jimenez family. At least that's what it seemed like at the end of episode 2. So we're going to discuss that as well. So what did we see in episode 2? We know that Tommy, at the beginning of this episode, he is reminiscing about his past and the things that he has been through. Of course, we know he misses the family that he had, Lakeisha, Cash, and he probably thinks that, man, you know what I'm saying, I wish I could have saved all of this, but we already know what time it is, right? Now, while Tommy is looking over Chicago, he gets a call. And this call is about what happened to JP's Blues Bar. And as you can see right here, they show this gun and they show the black gloves. But this gun pops back up at the end of the episode, which I believe it was, of course, D-Mac. Now, this Blues Club is shot up, sprayed up, right? And when JP actually talks about it, he says it was like the third time that this happened. So we already know what time it is. This is very serious and this is very personal. Now, once Tommy gets the call about what happened to JP, his whole demeanor changes. Now, JP, and of course, this whole family, the secrets of the family is one of the reasons why Tommy is in Chicago right now. So when he gets that call, he is very, very upset and he wants to figure out what's going on with his brother. Now, JP tells him he is struggling, that his pops ain't in the best of health and he is struggling with those bills on trying to maintain everything. And Tommy tells him he needs protection. We know JP does mention that this place has been hit like 3 times. Tommy gives him some money. JP was trying to act like he didn't want the money at first, but deep down inside, I believe JP, he wanted the money. You know what I'm saying? He needed the money. And I believe this was one of the reasons why he called Tommy, because he believed Tommy would help him out. He also tells Tommy that he is gay and he had an ex. So he told Tommy, will that be a problem? And Tommy's like, look, an ex is an ex, plain and simple. Tommy does mention to him that he has, maybe another way to make some money, and he will let him know down the line what he's going to be able to do as far as helping him out. Now, Tommy rolls past this spot that was for lease, and we already know that he wants to purchase this place, and he does at the very end of the episode. And throughout the whole episode, Tommy's whole thing is just observing everything, his surroundings, figuring out how everything works in this city. Now, we get to Walter Flynn and Vic Flynn. We talked about this in the exclusive clip that was put out last week, and we understand now more in detail that Walter is sick. And this is one of the main reasons why he is pushing for Vic to take over this organization when he is gone. And he does not want Vic telling anybody about this. Now, Vic is talking about when he takes over, he's going to do things his way. Walter has to let him know that that cannot be the case, that he has to continue to run the business the way that it is being ran right now. And that if he does not do that, he's going to suffer some fatal consequences from Ireland. And that's something that your boy Vic does not want to do, in my opinion. Now, Jannar is talking about he got 2 young boys that's ready to put in some work for the organization. They 2 young killers. They crazy. And of course, he is talking about D-Mac and Marshall. And these 2 dudes, they is crazy. And he is trying to, convince Diamond, like, look, man, we need these boys. You know what I'm saying? Things is running a little bit different. You've been locked up for 15 years. You don't understand how things are going right now. Now, Diamond is telling him they ain't the way that we need to be moving. One of these boys kills somebody, all of a sudden it's going to be a lot of bodies getting dropped off, and that's not the type of heat that they want. He wants to move a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? Diamond is more of an old school type cat, and he's trying to move slow and patient, but we understand that Jannard is trying to move a little bit different. And seeing that he's, his brother's been locked up for 15 years, Jannard has been running things, and he feels like he wants to continue to run things the way he wants to run them. We know this is going to be an issue. They're, building it up each and every episode. Eventually, I believe the two are going to have a conversation about this because it's getting very, very serious. You don't want nobody in your organization that's going to be in there pulling the trigger, not thinking, and, causing issues for the organization. And having those two cats with them, I mean, it can end up being bad, very bad, especially based off what we just saw in this last episode. So we're going to see what's going to go down with, of course, Marshall and D-Mac. We know that D-Mac is JP's son, and that's another interesting storyline that I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with it. Now, on his way to go meet up with Diamond and to talk, of course, business, your boy Tommy Egan, he is approached by an OG from the original Power. Liliana catches Tommy off guard. She gets the drop on him. She understands that he is in Chicago, so she thinks that Tommy is after her, and she wants to finish the job and get him up out of here. Now, I'm not going to lie. This girl Liliana, she was holding her own against Tommy. She wasn't going out like no punk, right? Now, Tommy notices that he, remembers her. He sees the scar, and he's like, man, I should have just killed you in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you working with? Who sent you? What are you doing? Now, Tommy, he was about to go ahead and just get rid of her. We know the boys pulled up and stopped everything from going down. So now Tommy has to act like he wasn't doing anything, as well as Liliana. But we know this is not going to be the last time that Tommy sees her. We know he sees her at the end of the episode. But we know Tommy is not going to wait around for her. He's going to get the drop on her, and he's going to make his move. Now, we get to your girl, Gloria. And she's having a conversation with Vic, Flynn, and Vic is all up in his feelings. She done gave him that soup, and he is addicted. This dude is sprung. I'm looking like, dang, like, come on. He wants to marry her. He's ready to leave the game for her. He is ready to leave the family for her. And she's trying to tell him this is not going to work out. I mean, come on. Your family is not going to allow this to work out. And if you get with me, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to be bad things that's going to happen. She tells him she wants her key back. She's tired of him just keep popping up unannounced, and she can't take it no more. But we know Vic believes he controls everything. And he's talking about, look, I'm not giving you the key back. If you want me out, change the lock. So this dude, Vic, he is definitely on one. As I told you guys, he is very sprung. Gloria, deep down inside, doesn't really want to be with this dude. And it's kind of hard for her to close this chapter of her life. But she definitely needs to go ahead and do something about this because it's getting very, very serious between the two. Now, Tommy goes to the barbershop. Your boy Jeremiah is here. And, of course, his character's name is Elijah. And he is, frisking Tommy, making sure he ain't got nothing, which he does have the strap. He takes that away. And we see the two boys out there. They ready. They ready for some action to pop off. And they ready for the call. Now, Tommy brings the drugs and money back. And Diamond is like, man, what you doing? Like, you bringing this stuff back? Jannard is laughing like, dude, you flat out stupid. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Now, we know that Tommy, he has done this because he wants to create this connection with Diamond, his organization, as well with the Flynn family. He wants to do business, and this is his way of telling them, like, look, I'm trying to do business with y'all. Now, Tommy tries to leave. We know your boy Elijah, he is trying to, check Tommy. Man, Tommy grabbed this dude by the neck. He was about to end this dude right then and there. And that's when the boys came in. Your boy, Marshall, he's about that life. As I told you guys in my quick thoughts, early impressions, y'all saw Lamar Ferguson in the Shy. He dropped Ronnie off, and he was ready to drop your boy Tommy Egan off. But it seems like they only listened to Jannard. Diamond was telling them, like, look, y'all need to put the strap down. You know what I'm saying? This is my shot. What are y'all doing? But Jannard runs things, at least for these guys. And once Jannard said, nah, we ain't even going to do that, they dropped the guns. So it's going to be some problems. Diamond was very upset that everything went down like that, and Elijah even did that. That's bad business. You don't want to move like that. Now, while Diamond and Tommy are outside walking, about to talk business, all of a sudden Peanut pops up. And we know that Peanut works for Rojas, which we met in the very first episode, played by your boy J More Reviews. And this was what he was talking about. It seems like Diamond has done some things that has pissed off Rojas, and that's the reason why he was in a wheelchair. At least that's from what Peanut was talking about. And it seems like they need to move this product since the streets are so hot, full of cops. They want Diamond to push this work out and make these drops because they don't want to do it. And at the same time, Diamond is like, look, I can't do this by myself. They were trying to keep Tommy there, but Diamond is like, look, I need my mans with me to move all this work. Y'all talking about we need to get this stuff done in a certain amount of time. Well, that's going to require both of them to get the job done, man. It was funny because Tommy, once he got in there, he head-butted Peanut. And even when they was kidnapping him, Tommy didn't even seem like he cared at all. As I told you guys, we know Tommy has been through stuff like this before in the past, so it's nothing new to him. Now, Rojas lets Peanut know that the cartel, they putting a lot of pressure on them, and they got to make sure they, move this weight and get this money, and they're running out of time. So now Peanut is like, look, I got something. We gonna go ahead and just get Jannard. That way it will make Diamond want to put in this work a little bit faster, and it'll put a little bit more pressure on him, right? Now Diamond and Tommy, they're talking, and of course Diamond is like, man, like, what's your angle? Like, what are you doing? Like, something's not right. And Tommy's like, look, man, I'm just trying to make money. I am just trying to make money. And look, after we're finished with doing all this, I can go my way, you can go your way, plain and simple. But we know what Tommy's trying to do. He's trying to take over. He ain't just trying to make money. He is watching every drop, every location. He is taking note mentally on how he wants to move and how to actually do things in this city. Now, Tommy, he goes to the first drop and he meets Tia, and he makes a very interesting impression on her, and she wants to do business with him. She's talking about, how can I find you? Tommy's like, look, don't worry about that. I will find you. So now we know that Tommy, he is, of course, jotting down mentally what he needs to do and who he wants to work with, which is very, very smart in my opinion. Now, Diamond does get notification of what's going on with Jannard. Of course, Peanut and them had kidnapped him and they're beating him down. And now, as I told you, it's more pressure on Diamond to go out there and get this money and do it a little bit quicker. Now, Tommy gets to the next location and it's time to make another drop. And then we get to this character right here. We get to this fake Freddy Krueger looking boy, and he is analyzing everything. I mean, he is making sure that this product is 100% pure, that it hits every level of every test that he is trying to do. And I'm looking like, dude, like, come on. Old Nightmare on Elm Street in the face looking boy. Like, come on. We ain't got time for all that. Now, Diamond is losing his patience, and he's like, man, I got to go in here and I got to see what time it is because kind of taking a little bit too long. Then we get to Big Daddy Kane, the chef. And this ain't Mecca's chef. This is, of course, the new chef on this show. Not only does he cook food, from the looks of it, seems like he eats the food as well. And he's looking around as Diamond is telling him what he wants. And you can already tell that he knew what time it was. Like, okay, you coming in here, you're probably trying to look out. But we know Tommy is able to get up out of there without any issues. Now, Claudia, once again, she is pressing the attack. She's already had a conversation with Vic on this new product and how the family needs to move. She is trying to push this game plan on Walter, and he ain't having it. He's like, look, Vic runs the streets, plain and simple. You manage the books. That's it. Stop trying to push this new product and all that stuff on me and this organization. It's not going to happen like that. He is tired of all this stuff, and he's going to go with the game plan that he wants to roll with. So now your girl, Claudia, all she can do is just sit back and just do what her father wants her to do. Then we get to Tommy. He goes to the next drop, and I already knew what time it was, man. These dudes are straight up junkies. And this man's right here. I knew he wasn't about to pay Tommy up front. Of course, Tommy gives him the product. The dude's supposed to just test it out. The dude damn near took a whole line of testing. And Tommy's like, what are you doing? Dude starts tweaking out. He passes out. Now Tommy has to go in his pockets and get all the money that is required. Now Diamond, he is outside, and this is the scene that we talked about this, of course, weirdo cop comes up telling Diamond that he shouldn't have been on his phone. We know the car was parked. He is trying to get registrations and license and stuff like that. Diamond ain't taking his hands off that wheel. He's like, look, I'm not about to give you a reason to shoot me. And things wasn't looking too good for Diamond until your boy Tommy came out. And once that happens, this dude's whole demeanor changes. He's talking in a whole different type of tone, talking about bro and all this stuff, trying to act like they cool. Now, he ends up running Tommy's information and everything comes back clean. And I know everybody was wondering, like, what the hell? I thought Tommy had some type of rap sheet. Well, yeah, Tommy Egan does. But we know at the end of Power Book 2 Ghost Season 1, Tommy is supposed to be dead, right? And I'm pretty sure he got another identity. And I know there was a lot of people out there saying, like, when is the time place of this show? Does it start when Tommy left at the end of Power Season 6? Or does it start at the end of Power Book 2 Ghost Season 1? Very interesting question, right? Now, Joseph Sikora, he's already came out on Instagram because someone asked this question and he answered, and he said that this show starts right after the graveyard scene at the end of Power Book 2 Ghost Season 1. So it makes a lot of sense on why this officer found nothing on Tommy or whatever name that he is using, right? So that should answer some of those questions for you guys. Now, Diamond and Tommy, they end up hitting all those drops. They are able to get this money in time. They go back, they meet up with Peanut, and they're able to get Jannard. And Jannard was all beat up. I mean, they was putting their hands on him, being very disrespectful. But Tommy, he is watching his surroundings. He is watching where he is at, and he's been doing it the whole episode. So this Peanut dude is running his mouth like he's big and bad, like he runs everything, but he's not realizing that Tommy has already got the upper hand, especially since they did not kill them. That was a huge mistake. They might as well have just taken them out right then and there. Now Diamond is telling Tommy, like, man, I've been watching you. Like, you've been analyzing everything, the drops, the locations, how to move. Like, what's up with you? Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to clock my city? And of course, Tommy's like, if I am, will that be a problem, right? So we know what Tommy is doing. He's trying to slowly but surely take over, make these major moves, and just do business. At the end of the day, we know Tommy does not want to have enemies at all. He just wants to establish himself in Chicago, and he wants to make sure he got some good people on his side. The Flynn family and, of course, CBI, those two organizations are good for Tommy to have by his side and to do business with. But we're going to see down the line exactly if that's going to work out for him as far as being cool with both organizations. Now, Tommy, he goes and he takes JP some more money, lets him know that, you know what I'm saying, he's just trying to look out for him. JP does what JP does. He tries to act like he doesn't want the money, but he knows he needs this money, and we know that he needs it to take care of his pops, especially with those bills and everything stacking up. And JP tells Tommy he got something to show him. He's been digging through these tapes, and now it all makes sense to him. This video from the 80s, of course, with Tommy and Kate Egan. And now he's like, man, like, I get it now. This was you the whole time. I've been wondering who the hell this was. Now, JP, he goes into detail about his family, his life, that he has a son that he hasn't seen in over 14 years, and that once the information about him coming out, of course, the mother, she ended up taking the son away and he disappeared. So he's pissed off about that. And once they talk about that, we see your boy D-Mac. And D-Mac was putting in some work, right? And we see D-Mac has a little stash, and we see, of course, the bullets. We see the strap that was used at the very beginning of the episode. So we understand that D-Mac must have some issues with his father. We got to wait to see them explain more in detail about this. but it's not looking too good, especially after Jannard said that these two dudes, when we talking about D-Mac and Marshall, that they crazy and they are on one. And based off that shootout that we saw at the beginning of the episode, it definitely seems like he was not lying at all. But I cannot wait to see more of these secrets be unraveled. Now Tommy decides to do what Tommy usually does, and that is catch bodies. And Tommy has taken out, of course, Peanut and the chick that he was with, and they made a huge mistake. You don't want to do what y'all just did to Tommy and allow him to walk away and not expect him to try to come back and get revenge. And that's exactly what Tommy did. He says, look, might as well take them out. This is another favor for Diamond in his organization. These two people need to go. And I want to know what's going to be the aftermath after this. But we know these two got smoked out, burnt all up. Now Tommy takes the shirt that he had of Peanuts past the barbershop, and he shows them the shirt and lets them know, like, well, you're not going to have any more issues from Peanut. And Tommy understands that they're going to owe him once again for handling this business for them. And Jannard and all of them just looking like, man, this white boy crazy. He is crazy. He is getting the job done. And this whole relationship between all of them is going to be very, very interesting. Now we get back to Vic Flynn, and he must have just got done watching all the episodes of You on Netflix, because he was on his Joe, just like your boy Mecca was on his Joe in Power Book 2 Ghosts. But we know your boy Vic is upset that his chick in his head, Gloria, is talking to Tommy, and he is so pissed off about this, y'all. He is pissed off. Now Gloria, she is asking Tommy, why did he come back? Of course, Tommy says, look, it's not about you. You're not the reason that I came back. We know why Tommy really came back. But she is trying to tell him something. I believe she was trying to tell him about her relationship with Vic. Tommy understands that she is doing business with the Flynn family. And when she does try to tell him about what's going on, Tommy says, look, I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know nothing. And then he kisses her. And your boy Vic is just out there salty. Look at him. He's salty, like, man, this dude done came in. He done took my girl. She getting her cheeks clapped by him. And I'm just sitting outside looking stupid. And she don't even want me there no more. I already know he's going to have some type of feelings about this. And I cannot wait for his reaction down the line. Now, Tommy goes back to the spot that was for lease. And he says, you know what? It is time to purchase this place. And he's talking to this dude looking like a smoked out Jake the Snake Roberts. And this dude was like, look, I may, have to tell some people about what's going on. Tommy's like, look, I'm going to pay you some more and you got to get up out of here. So now Tommy has a new spot. And as I told you, this episode felt like a mission from Grand Theft Auto, because Tommy comes in there. He purchased his first little crib, and he gets the map. He spreads the map out, and he's going over what he needs to do to run this town. He has his little notepad on the side, and pretty much he's been taking notes on the things he wants to do and how he's going to run this town, the different organizations, the people that he's been running in contact with. And I believe he's going to have a great strategy on how to get everything done. Now, Tommy, he says, you know what? I need to go ahead and take out Liliana. I'm tired of this girl. She's been plotting and planning. Now it's time for me to get rid of her. He tells her that everybody that goes let live, they end up causing issues, and he wants to take her out. And he wants to know how he, of course, was even found by her. She's talking about, look, I heard about you because you came into town making a huge impact, and that's why I was trying to get rid of you, because I thought she was trying to get rid of me. Tommy's not buying it. He's trying to figure out what's going on. He is trying to stump this girl out. And as he is stumping, he breaks into, of course, the flooring, and he sees the product with a very familiar logo. And that is the Jimenez logo, a logo that us true OG Power fans knows exactly what time it is when you see this. When you see this, expect a lot of bodies to be dropping. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's going to happen. Tommy is like, man, it's always good to run into old friends. And based off the episode 3 trailer, we understand that Tommy he wants to do business with Liliana. And I don't know, man. I don't know if she can be 100% trusted. She has apparently a connection with the Jimenez family, and Tommy wants to know more about that. And I believe in this next episode, we're going to see exactly Liliana's connection with the Jimenez family, why she had that product with their logo on it, and if this relationship between Tommy and Liliana is actually going to last. But man, they definitely brought back a power OG. This was a girl that could have easily been taken out, but she fought. And at the end of the day, Liliana, she is a fighter. This girl don't be giving up. She was able to survive pink sneakers in the original Power. She was able to survive Tommy in, of course, Power Book 4 Force. This girl is a straight up G, and she ain't going out without a fight. So I do give her her props on that. But I am eager to see the conclusion of all of this, how it's going to play out between Tommy and Liliana and this whole Jimenez thing, and all these secrets within Tommy's family, JP, his son D-Mac. Things are heating up and it's getting very, very interesting. Now, you guys let me know down below exactly how you felt about episode 2. Are you ready for episode 3? Well, we're going to continue to get ready and prepare for episode 3 very, very soon. And I got a feeling, y'all, if the Jimenez family does pop up in future episodes, I got a feeling that it's going to get very, very bloody, because we know what the Jimenez family was all about. I told you guys in my quick thoughts, early impressions, when we first heard about the Jimenez organization, Lobos stated that he knew them as the Jimenez brothers. But when we actually saw them, we saw Alicia and Diego Jimenez instead. We didn't see brothers. So who knows? At the end of the day, I believe that will be explained. We're going to at least find out about who your girl Liliana is working with, and if this is actually going to work with Tommy Egan in his whole game plan to take over and get this money, this power, and to push this powder. But man, I cannot wait to see what's next for the show. Last week's premiere, it broke all records as far as premieres in Starz history. So this is the #1 show as far as the premiere in Starz network history. That is great. That means it broke all the previous records from all the original Powers, Power Book 2 Ghost, Power Book 3, all of them, BMF. This show was #1, and we already knew this was going to happen as far as the numbers, especially the premiere. Tommy is a very big character. A lot of the fans wanted to see him in his story, so it makes a lot of sense in my opinion. But we're going to see down the line exactly how far this show can go, and as of right now, it's definitely looking good in my eyes. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.